welcome to your bonus edition of the vlog from Barton Hall Burner Services. We thought we'd do an extra one, as I said yesterday, because it's the new year and it's been a couple of weeks since we've done one for obvious reasons. So I'm on my way to a breakdown, and it is a Grant combi boiler. Got a bit more information than what I had earlier on this morning, and basically it had the power light only on the display and nothing else. So I told them to depower it totally and turn it on again. That got the top part, i.e. all the circuit board, and had to reboot it and fire again. But the boiler did fire, but then got dropping out, refire, then dropping out and refiring. So clearly there's a burner fault, but I can't sort of rule out a problem there's not a fault going on somewhere else as well. So yeah, I'm on my way there now, and I'll let you know what I get up to. So I hope you enjoy the bonus vlog, and let's get on with it. Over to the vlog. Here we are, one combi Grant. They've painted it by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, so the two terminals are actually on this on-off switch here, the wrong way around, because it's in the off position and the light's glowing. It's not essential, but when a new switch has been put in, it looks like it's the wrong way around with the terminals. But anyway, we'll try it. I have just taken the front off, as you can see. Here we go. So, series of lights. Okay, so it's trying to fire, but it's not firing. So that's it all. And we've also got the burner light flicking on and off on here as well. So let's have a little look. So I'm going to do it again. So the burner's trying to fire, but it's not. And then that was flicking on and off on the burner as well. So obviously I need to give attention to the burner that's trying to fire, but clearly isn't firing. That's the first thing. And as I've just spoke to you again now, the burner light's gone on and off as well. Okay, so the reported problem with this boiler is, one, it doesn't go, which is what it's doing here, and number two is that it was dead and doing nothing at all until they turned the mains power off and on again, and then all these lights were doing all sorts of weird stuff. So at the moment they're sort of settled down, but they were messing around a minute ago. So that's telling me, one, I need to look at the burner and sort that out, so we'll turn it off. When I've sorted that out, number two, I need to find out why it's messing around up here. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be PCB board. But anyway, let's get it to bits and have a little look. Burner out. It's been really windy around here. Look inside here. It's clean. Look on the nozzle. It's dirty. And on here, it's filthy. And if we look back at the boiler, as you can see, it's in the open across all these fields. We've had horrific winds here lately, and I mean horrific winds. And also here, there was a chimney breast that come down as well on another house, which is very close by. So I suggest that the wind has been so hard against that flue when the burner was running, it's just pushed the emissions back and made it really hard to run. It's nearly impossible to do, but it can happen. So I'm just going to clean the combustion head up. I'm going to stick a new nozzle in it, and we're going to see if the burner fires and goes from there. And no doubt, I should imagine that the photocell's dirty, which is what has caused it to try and fire, but won't completely fire. So yeah, let's get it to bits, hey? First things first. Bust the blast tube off. Now this is a breakdown, so we're not going to go mad, and we're not going to give this thing a full service, unless we really have to do it. So I'm just going to brush it off. Then we're going to undo the two screws here. One. Two. As you can see, it's had a leak at some point, because that is filthy, and it's had a cell at some point. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check the photocell. We're going to pull it out, we're going to turn it over. There you go. It is absolutely as black as anything. So I'm just going to give that a little clean. Excuse the noise, I'm on the side of the road. Voila, nice and clean. Okay, the second thing I'm going to do is get the blast tube off. Just the two screws. number 2. Filthy. I'm now going to change the nozzle. I'm going to clean this all up and I'm going to come back to you. Right, new nozzling as you can see, okay? That's just stained now, okay? So I'm just going to pull this out, stick the cell back in. This is the wrong side, this is normally under the box, but we've got to come and service it soon, so I've just been told by the customer, so I'll put that right when I service it. But it's getting dark, so I'm just here to get it going. Okay, so I'm going to put the cover back on, stick the burner in, and we'll see if she goes, shall we? Okay, let's go again. The reason it's done that is because it's messing around up here, look. And it's not going to do it now. It's definitely messing up there as she's going. So that's all that was. I think that was purely wind related. It wasn't ideal at all. However, we've just got this little issue going on here now. At the moment it's running absolutely fine. But I know in a few minutes it'll start to mess up again. So if it carries on doing, there it goes, it's just done it right in front of our eyes. That's the burner demand light. Now that's either going to be a sensor off the PCB or the board itself. Now in my time of doing this, for every 10 boards to 15 boards I change, only one is ever an actual sensor. And the sensor that I change, I then change it, and then about 2 months later the board goes, so it ends up costing the customer more in the long run. So I'm going to nip it to pieces now, stick a board in it, and then obviously I'm going to sort this light problem out as well. Because as you can see, turn it off, light's still on, and it shouldn't be like that. I'll be back in a sec. I've now got the top of the boiler, as you can see, which reveals 2 screws, which pulls the control panel down. First things first, safe isolation as always. Clearly nothing on the wall. So luckily for us there's a plug. Boom, dead. I'm now going to unscrew screw 1, 2, and this is going to fold back. One. Don't do what I've done in the past and place them on the top, because when you're rattling around they'll fall off. So stick them on the floor. Okay, I'm just going to slide it back. And there it is. So it's literally a plug and play job. So we unplug them all. We then pull the thermostat knob off the front, 2 screws to loosen there, and then it will all come apart. I'll show you my results in a minute. Things unplugged. Just want to bring your attention to this. The earth must go back on. Really important. If it doesn't go on, it won't last long and it'll go wrong again. Also here, the 2 sensors. Really important to get them the right way around. Getting the wrong way around, it won't do what it's supposed to do, i.e. it will satisfy incorrectly and stuff like that. You can't get it wrong, it's physically written there. But I'll go through that with you shortly. So I wait for the car and it goes. So I'm now going to undo that there. And then I'm just going to lift it because I've undone the 2 screws that are behind here. And that's just going to slide out because it's in 2 like little cutouts in there. Right, and I'll be back. Old board, new board. They come sealed, leave them sealed until you use it. Okay, you don't want the air getting in, damp, stuff like that. So I'm just going to undo this now. I need to transfer this, and these links over, and then I'm going to slide it back in. I want to bring your attention to these 2 screws. If you turn it over, there you've got 2 like legs there. They need to be transferred over as well, there and there, because they go just there. Okay, if you don't do that, then you won't be able to get the board back in properly and securely. Okay, so I'm just going to do all that now and I'll be back. It's back together. It's also getting dark now, so I need to speed up a little bit. The sensors, one goes just in there, which is fine, and the other one, let me just show you here. Oh, here we go. It goes here. Sorry about the light flashing there. You'll see there's a clip there. The clip has to be pulled out. Okay, so I'm just going to get my finger in there now and pop the clip out. Like so. And then as you can see, it just pulls out. Like so. Done. I'll push the new one in. I'll put it all back together. I'm going to sort them wires around, like I said earlier, and I'll be back. switch is off, light is now off, which is exactly like it's supposed to be, and all the power's off like it is supposed to be now, so that's brilliant news. We turn it on, and at the moment it's steady, but as you know it took 10 seconds before, so the burner's now going, obviously one there, right, and it's going. Now at the moment it's still going, and we're still steady. Okay, so there was two faults with this. Obviously the obvious one was the burner, which was the nozzle, which had obviously clacked up because of the wind, which is quite unusual, but it does happen sometimes, especially when it's like somewhere like here. And it obviously totally blocked the cell as well. I did double check, or you can tell by when it fires, that it's not blocked inside. That isn't what's caused it, it's purely the wind. And then the second fault was clearly that's still going, the PCB board. Done. So on to the next one. Brilliant, I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to sit here for 20 minutes. I'm going to let the hot water side a bit, satisfy, and then just wait and make sure that the central heating pump overrides. If I put the service switch on, I can get the central heating pump to go temporarily, which is fine, but that's not how I want to check it. So I'll turn it off, turn it on, and we'll do the procedure properly. So I'll be here about another 20-25 minutes. I'll wrap it all up, and jobs are good, and hopefully another happy customer. So that's it, everyone. That's your little Saturday bonus tick done. So yeah, always a bit of advice really. When you go to a boiler, sometimes it's more than one thing. Watch out for that, because sometimes one thing can lead to something else as well. It's always worth just double checking that. Sometimes you'll just do one thing, think, yeah, that's it, off I go. Double check every part of that boiler before you leave, because if you don't, you're going to get caught out and you're going to be back again. So I hope you enjoyed the bonus, and yeah, until next week everyone, stay safe.